I was greeted once with a question which I decided to postpone because I wouldn't get a decent enough answer, let's say. I don't feel entirely ready for this, but I would give it a go though. So the question went something like this: can memes be dangerous in a way or another? Well, it is an interesting question, I may say, but first of all, one has to define that which they are talking about because meaning is something variable. Meaning is something within each and everyone's mind. So someone may perceive it in one way, someone may perceive it in another way. People may grow fond of their piece of meaning, and well, it may count or matter more to some people and less to other people. But the point is, we kind of all know what memes are, right? Certain videos, certain sets of images that you use with different meanings so that, you make some kind of joke and, try to amuse people. At the same time, the problem with memes in a way is, just like with everything else, memes are a tool. If one needs too many tools to live their life, isn't it in a way like you're in a hospital bound to machines to survive? Right? Dialysis or whatever it's called. I know it's called so in Romanian, but I don't know about English. Right? And other machines that you may be tied to so that you are kept alive. Right? If you need too much meaning to give meaning to your life, well, perhaps you're not doing enough things with your life, right? You're seeking too much external validation and meaning. Can memes be a problem through this? Well, it can be, because if it is given to children, to people who are way too young, it can be a way through which they might be taught some things which are not entirely real. Because they might not be at an age to discern that those are real or not. To a child, everything that you show them, it is kind of indistinguishable from reality as you as an adult may perceive, right? The single problem that I have with memes is that usually they invoke a submissive behavior, in the sense that every time people present memes, everyone else will kind of laugh at those or exert a certain behavior to show a set of compliance steps, right? So that they please their friends, they're kind of mimicking, or they're gonna try to have the same behavior based on memes so that they all act the same. It's a way of programming people to fit in, right? Be another brick in the wall. Probably I have not used the correct words, but that's something that I see. You present them meme number, I don't know, meme X, let's say, and it's about something, and they'll all behave in a certain way, probably replicate it, and they will try to make a bit of fun about that, but usually you will see that they will still feel hollow a bit afterwards, right? They will probably laugh or something, especially if they already know it, but ultimately, it's gonna be a bit of laugh, and the question is what comes after, right? This is what I see somewhat problematic about memes. Memes, just like any other piece of meaning, they're a good tool for you to use in different other ways. A bit of distraction from life never hurts, because if you're like me and can easily tunnel vision into something, well, you might need something to pull you out of that. Some people probably look at me and tell me, or even ask me, how I can be so focused on something. Well, see, I've never found what motivation is. I just know I have to do something and I will do it, and that's it. There is no motivation. I don't need to listen to speeches or the such. My esteem is quite low, and it can be seen in certain situations, but at the same time I'm not affected by esteem or motivation or the such. There is something that I have to do, I will do it. Probably I'll not do it now, I will do it a bit later, but it will be done. If I have a certain objective I know I have to finish, it will be finished. Maybe some people told me that I function too mechanically, but I don't know. I am what I am in the end, right? Memes are a tool, and just like any other tool, you can use it or overuse it. There is a slight problem when you're overusing something, anything, because it probably may pinpoint to the fact that you're overdoing things, and you're either overreacting to a pain of yours, you're wanting to hide something, you're running away from the mundane aspect of society, because that's what basically, woke culture wants. a mundane society where nothing apparently happens for you, but there will always be things that will happen against you in the shadows, but you'll be convinced that there is nothing worth living for in this world, because there's only going to be more wars, more pandemics, more restraining in your houses, more treatments for you, and well, the only thing that will sound appealing will be the so-called meta, right? Or the metaverse, which, if we remember a bit from ancient Greek, right, meta means dead, right? Because it means that which comes after, and well, it was usually referred back in those times to what comes after life, which, well, in their opinion was dead, right? Death. Which in a way kind of is death, because you're only interacting with pixels and sounds in there. You don't even know if those people are true or not. Even if they are true or not, you're not really socializing with those people. You're in a dead space where only some code gives you an impression of reality. But if people have a certain low awareness, well, they won't be able to distinguish virtual reality from real reality, right? But back to the idea of memes. Consuming memes is not a problem. Just like anything else you consume, don't forget that whatever you consume is information and it becomes part of you. Make sure you don't usually consume too much, because what comes part of you will shape your behavior, will shape your way of perceiving things, especially if you are very young, because young people are impressionable. You don't see too many people knowing how to direct and guide, the younglings, because everyone is a teacher nowadays, but, teachers kind of suck, because they may teach children things, but they teach a lot of things that don't necessarily serve children at the same time. And it's like teachers teach things, but they teach them in the same way that they got taught, and you're not sure if it's gonna suit other people, right? So some memes can actually get you into trouble at the same time. One has to use discernment. Every time you make use of a tool, make sure that it's not gonna get you hurt, right? So this being said, hopefully this video raised a bit of awareness. You are appreciated, take care, and this being said, very enjoyable.